Alright, hey there nerds. So, in case you didn't see it, 4.6 is now available from your storefront page. There's a lot to be had here, so let's take a look at the first thing, that of course being new character weapons. Then we'll move on to new characters, and well, the three technically, freebies you're going to be getting this patch. So, first off, let's start off with Myrrh, who I'm gonna just tell you right now, I was already quite excited for her refine. You can already tell I already did it. But, well, there's one great thing about at least this refine if you're just going into this right away. And that is that the defense requirement, at least when it comes to the foe's defense comparison, has actually been reduced. It went from +5 to now +1, which means that you should be able to proc this ability at least a little bit easier. Not only that, but it also carries over when you refine it into other abilities, so you don't technically need to go with the special effect, but if you do go with the special effect, you will also get, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, and unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, it will grant +5 to every stat, and neutralize effects that guarantee foes follow-up. So, that's quite nice. So not only will it be built into also, disable follow-ups from the defensive protocol that they have before that, but also afterwards, if you happen to have an ability that would guarantee it, and, Murr meets all of these criteria, you're not going to get that follow-up. That's actually not too shabby. I'm going to try it out. I'm quite excited to at least have something that my Murr, I believe my Murr is quite high, yeah. I'm really excited to try that one out. Alright, so let's move on to Drog. Now, Drog, when it comes to the character, I'm not really sure what to think about this weapon, honestly. So, base value Stalwart Sword is, if foe initiates combat, it will inflict -6 attack on foe during combat. So, technically, this is +6 defense or res for Drog when he's initiated on, which could be quite beneficial if you actually build him, but I'm still thinking that this might be a little bit of a drawback. I'm not too certain. However, when you refine it, you also get the additional effect of, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, it will grant attack and defense +5 during combat, as well as neutralize units' penalties to attack and defense during combat. So, not too bad, but I'm still a little bit shaky on this one. All in all, Drog seems like a fun character, but yeah, it's still... just looking at Clarice, we're gonna have to talk about this. So, Hewn Lance is honestly one of the more interesting weapons that we've gotten, at least. It is still that brave weapon that he's technically had before for Donald. However, it has additional might, still gives that -5 speed, but then, when you go and refine it, it will also have a miniature sturdy impact effect, meaning it will give him attack and defense +4 during combat as long as he initiates, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack, which, for Donald, that's not too shabby, honestly. Add in a little bit, maybe, I don't know, give him another impact effect, sturdy would be great, just to, combine it and add even more attack and defense when he actually initiates, and you have a very fun character. I mean, hell, you don't even need to use another impact effect, you could use something else that has initiation effect, so it's really quite nice. It's a strong, sturdy, and simple weapon, refine. And I think a lot of Donald fans will probably have a lot more usage out of Pothead here. So, let's take a look at our dear Clarice. And I find this hilarious because technically before this she already had a bow that had her name in it. So, this is not her bow anymore. It really hurts my head. But anyways, Sniper's Bow. So Sniper's Bow, base effect, for those who are wondering, is just after combat, if unit attacked, it will deal 7 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces. Not too bad at all. But then also, it will inflict attack and speed -7 on them through their next actions. So not only are you getting that really nice AoE attack, the the basic just savage blow effect there, you're also going to be getting a really nice debuff. Then, of course, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 50%, it will also grant her attack and speed +4 during combat, and if unit is also within 2 spaces of a support partner, foe cannot counterattack. That's right, they can't counter. That's not follow-up, that's counterattack. Is this a Fire Sweet Bow with additional benefits? That Razzle Dazzle just came in bow form, and it's actually quite tempting, honestly. Holy crap. I'm scared. That's honestly, pretty damn strong, at least for a bow effect, I like to think. But all in all, those are your weapon refines. I still am not so sure about Drog, but everyone else got a pretty sizable boost. I'm pretty happy for him. So let's move on to actual characters, shall we? So we have 4 characters, technically 6 to look at, but still, let's start off with the ones that you're going to be getting from the banner with their stats. Now, when it comes to these characters, I want to remind you guys with Super Boons and Super Banes and all that fun stuff, a lot of you have been commenting about this. It's random. I know a lot of people go, oh my god, look, they gave speed to the speedy characters or attack to the, massive monsters, but then we have weird things like what happens with Myrrh or Mustafa, with the whole speed being just kind of his super boon. It's kind of weird. But let's take a look at everyone, shall we? So Anna has a very solid stat lineup. The only thing that's the lowest is her defense at 28, and that does have a Super Bane in it. However, considering the fact that she also has 31 in res, 40 speed, which also has a super boon, 35 attack, and 38 HP, this girl is going to be quite terrifying. She already has a pretty strong weapon. I'm kind of scared, honestly. I can't believe Anna's going to be a monster, but a lot of you have been wanting her to be one. So there you go, you finally got it, you weirdos. Now we have Savory, and Savory just kind of seems, at least to me, like another speedy sword build. However, she does have more res than I was expecting, meaning that she will be able to tank mages at least a little bit better than most of what you would be expecting, considering that her sword has built-in distant counter, and then of course, all that fun stuff going on there. 40 speed, no surprise, but also the super boon, and it means that she can go even further beyond the limits into the stratosphere. But no, seriously, she's gonna be kind of a scary sword unit. She's probably going to be somewhere in between all the other ones, though. Alright, Mustafa now. I'm going to just say this about Mustafa. A lot of you have been like, oh my god, he's going to be great. And yeah, he has a really great stat lineup, especially for a unit of his potential, meaning that you will actually be able to get a lot more of him and hopefully merge him a lot. So once you actually see a plus 10 Mustafa, things are going to be terrifying. So 45 HP, 38 attack, 25 speed, 36 defense, and 28 res. As a reminder, he does have Barrier Axe, not that that really matters too much, but still, his res when he's actually being engaged upon with that will just go up even further. Yeah, I really can't fault him there. This is going to be a unit that a lot of people will probably build just because of how powerful he can be. That's a solid stat lineup, and it seems to be happening a lot with axe units, specifically infantry axe units. Either way, now, unfortunately for Myrrh, however, she kind of got a little unlucky when it came to the whole Super Boons thing, in that she only got Super Banes, and considering the fact that she is a dancer in some form, she's going to have a little less BST, and you're going to kind of see where that's gone. Nothing in speed. Like, absolutely nothing. 18 speed is poop. No surprises there. But if you actually, happen to get the Super Bane in that, it's going to be 14, and it's just going to be, like, painful for her probably in some form, but still, it doesn't really matter with that speed because she has 32 defense and 35 res, and this is without her already having Fortress defense and res built into her kit. And therefore, with 34 attack, that's not too terribly bad. At least for a dancer of her nature. She's going to be incredibly strong, she's going to be all about debuffs, and she's going to be able to tank very, very well. She's going to be very slow about it. Let's just go with that. Still, though, that's probably one of the units that I'm going to be going for, just based on that. Just avoid speed, and probably avoid HP, at least when it comes to Banes, guys, because 34 HP is not going to be a fun one to toy around with, let me tell you. Just considering the fact that everyone else just kind of blows through that, it's not going to be a fun time. But let's take a look at our next new freebie unit, shall we? First up is Gangrel. I'm not even sure if I'm actually saying his name correctly. It's been a while since I played Awakening. But a lot of you have been asking for Levin weapons. Congratulations, we finally got him, but probably not in the form you were looking for. However, as a unit, he has a great stat lineup, at least from what I can see. 32 attack and 38 speed is pretty nice, especially when you consider what Levin Dagger actually does as a weapon. So Levin Dagger grants +3 res, so technically he's going to have 30. And then also, if there is a penalty on a foe, it will grant attack, speed, defense, and res +4 to himself and deal damage equal to 20% of the unit's res during combat. It also has the typical debuffs that you would get when it comes to daggers, but I don't think we have to touch upon that. So technically, if you're pairing him with someone who, like, I mean, even Myrrh would be a great option, but if you're pairing him with someone, he not only has his already, built-in B skill chill attack, which could technically give debuffs, and his weapons can do so as well, but he's going to have incredible advantage, at least, as long as they have debuffs on them. Not too bad for a free-to-play unit as a colorless dagger. Now, a lot of you have also probably saw, maybe that image that was like a red dagger unit of himself from the data miners, or at least some data miners. That is not true. He is actually colorless, just to make absolutely sure that you know that. Alright, enough about Gangrel. Let's move on to Myrrh. Now, guys, when it comes to Myrrh, I'm just going to tell you the way that we are going to be obtaining her is actually via a series of quests with the midpoint for Book 4. So therefore, you're going to be able to get 2 versions of her. Both are 4-star versions. However, as a staff unit, she's not exactly terrible, and she's not, her stats are just fine, at least when it comes to a staff unit of that potential. I hate saying that, but, 32 attack, 34 speed, not exactly the most amazing when you think about, today's stats, but for a free unit, hey. And that's just, before you actually enhance her, merge her, do all that other fun stuff there. When it comes to her skill set, however, a little bit unfortunate, but, Fear Plus, Rehabilitate Plus, Miracle, Wings of Mercy. I don't know if that's a joke or not. Res Opening 3. But Res Opening 3 is probably one of the more rarer abilities there, and definitely something that you could, bring along. It's already a 4-star skill, and you're already getting her as a 4-star skill. Cool stuff. Honestly, not too shabby for her. A lot of you really wanted her in the game, and now she's coming to you as a free unit. Now, for those who are interested in what's going to be happening after this, there's a very big chance, and by that I mean most likely 100%, that this is a Kaze situation, and she will be added into the summoning pool as a 3- and 4-star unit later on down the line. So, if you're looking forward to Myrrh, you'll be able to get her there as well. So that is your update, folks. I want to know what you guys think of it all, and are you excited? Are you ready to go with everything you're getting here? Because I sure as hell am. I'm ready with Murr. I can't wait to see what craziness is going to be coming our way. Alright, guys. I just wanted to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. And, we have a lot more craziness coming up in the next few days. I hope you're all excited for that. And if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button. For now, though, folks, I'm heading out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all very soon.